Aloha mai kako, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new here. And this is your first time joining me in this space that I'm holding to connect with self and align with divine. It's September 10th. We are officially in the full moon energy. So one of the messages that was coming through to me strongly this morning as I was driving home early this morning at like 5 a.m. And I think that's actually around the time that the full moon was at its fullest. One of the messages was, be done with the shit. Time to put your foot down. Real transitions. So I'm feeling like maybe you've been kind of contemplating or bantering back and forth with self, whether or not to release certain energies or certain connections with people. And divine is really strongly speaking to you in this moment or in this presence, saying it's time to be done with the shit, the bullshit. So if you haven't seen some of my other videos, I've kind of been going along that lines of release and letting go, of healing. And so here's just another video of confirmation, really kind of connecting with self in a way that's allowing you to move forward without the guilt or the shame or the burden of holding on to past situations or past connections that are not suiting you, that are not healing you, that are not preparing you for who it is, what it is you are meant to do or meant to be, what positions you're meant to fill in your lifetime. So we're on a purposeful journey, but I feel like sometimes we're stuck in our own spaces and we come up with a lot of excuses as to why we are continuing to chase our own tails and to go in the same cycles. It's a new moon phase. We are going through the full moon transition, harvesting what it is we've been working on from the new moon, shifting into this full moon. And now it's time to really reap what it is that we have sown. So I don't have the cards with me, but I'm going to go ahead and go into this Black Moon guidance book and just kind of see what is meant to be shown, shared with collective. So if you are new to this channel, mahalo for being here, joining me in this space. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, I mahalo you as well for coming back, joining me. But let's get a Black Moon guidance card. What is meant for divine collective to see in this present moment? Fifth house. This is our creativity. This is what the card would look like, of course, in color, but I don't have the cards. So this speaks on being happy, giving yourself the gift of happiness. If the zodiac had a fun house, it would be the fifth house. This is about pleasure, creativity, and children are all elements of this house. So being ingenious and in the limelight is another element. So maybe you're finding yourself being paid attention to, or like maybe you find yourself kind of going throughout your days and getting a lot of attention, and not like over the top of attention, but you feel almost like eyes following you, attention being drawn wherever you go, because there's just an aura and an energy about you that is really drawing people in. We find our childlike imaginations through storytelling and fantasy with this house. So playing is very much what the fifth house is all about. That's why this part of the chart also rules over romance, especially the beginning stages. As children, our imagination know no bounds, and we indulge in creative performances. You know, I remember when I was a kid, before I got taken by my auntie, my cousins and I would go to one of my other auntie's house, and we would put on little performances, because that was the days, you know, when Star Search was a thing and all of these like talent shows were popular on TV. And so we would try to reenact and do our little Running Man routines and kind of come up with some kind of skit to perform. So this is like really just being innovative and fun and childlike, and just having fun with life and being happy, not taking things so seriously. And I feel like the past energy that we are coming from has been very serious, very drawn out, very stressful, very overwhelming, a very adulting type of energy. It's given us gray hairs. It's caused us a lot of feelings of being overwhelmed by life. But this energy that we're in right now with the full moon, divine wants us to shift into our childlike wonder, planting seeds. Or maybe this is talking about reconnecting with our inner child, you know, paying attention, reconnecting to that inner child that might have been denied certain pleasures and happinesses and joys as a child. So fulfilling those things now that you're older or an adult. This card turning up in a reading indicates that you have created or will begin to create something to be proud of. And as you can hear in the background, there's a kid seemingly crying for attention, you know? Pay attention to me, your inner child. I'm over here, you know? So yeah, turning up in a reading, this is basically saying, wow. Like, who is not responding to this child? Like, why wouldn't you just be like, yes, baby, what's up? What's going on? What do you need? And maybe that's just a sign for us to pay attention to the inner child that's calling and crying out for us, for ourselves to pay attention. But this card turning up in a reading indicates that you have created or will begin to create something to be proud of, something that will bring others joy. And it may have you on a stage or just an area where adults can let down their hair and become as children, responsive, joyful, and free. You know, have you ever been as an adult to the playground, and you might be with your children or nieces and nephews or people that, you know, other kids that you're watching, like if you're a sitter or child care provider or whatever, and you feel like your duty is just to watch them, just to make sure that they're safe. But how often do you actually like go on the playground and climb up, you know, the little contraptions and the little stairs and up the little rock wall, simulated rock walls and whatnot? How often do you do that so that you can enjoy the experience of playing on the playground? How often do you go down the slides and swing on the swings and, you know, turn upside down on the monkey bars? Like, allow yourself the freedom again to be a child. It says you can expect the completion of a project or the accomplishments of a significant goal for which there will be a celebration. You have put hard work into a project and will now see the results. So even if you are in a more serious tone in life and you are adulting and you're really like getting your shit together, allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to really experience and enjoy the accomplishments that you have worked so hard for is freeing to your soul and to your inner child that just wants approval and acceptance. So in brief, this card that we pulled today, even though it's from the guidebook, the creativity card, 5th house, is about pleasure, laughter, parties, you know, getting that rush of excitement. It's about the early stages of romance, perhaps. Some of you might be experiencing new love coming through. But it's childlike delights of the soul. And this is 6 of Cups corresponding in the original tarot deck. So the bliss of childhood, connecting with your inner child. Let me pull a quick card because my battery is about to die. So where am I? Let's get one final message for collective for this quick message. What did we get? Wow. Lava stone and hot or red hot poker. Lava stone and red hot poker. This is about your body being a safe place, the transmuting, the breaking down barriers, the realizations, maybe setting that inner child free once and for all underneath the full moon energies. So take time tonight, really reflect, really transmute, and let's start this new phase, this new cycle with more blessings, more abundance, more peace, more harmony, more compassion for that inner child that lies within, breaking down the barriers to set ourselves free from the past once and for all. All right, I know this was a quick message, but hopefully it resonated. If it did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you are compelled, and I will see you beautiful people in my next video. Love, light, and always aloha.